The Ghost Blimp, A Tale of Mystery in the Skies. Chapter 1. The War's Unseen Threat. In the early months of 1942, the world was on edge. The United States had recently entered World War II, and the air was thick with tension and uncertainty. The Pacific theater was a hotbed of conflict, with the enemy lurking just beyond the horizon. Coastal towns in California, particularly those near San Francisco, became watchful sentinels against potential attacks from Japanese submarines and aircraft. On the morning of August 16, 1942, a peculiar sight drifted across the skies over the California coast. A large, blimp-like dirigible, known as a K-class airship, was patrolling the area. The U.S. Navy had deployed these airships for reconnaissance and anti-submarine warfare, utilizing their ability to hover silently and survey vast expanses of ocean. Aboard the airship, the crew consisted of experienced personnel, including Lieutenant D.C. Duke Houghton, who commanded the vessel, and a small team of men dedicated to their mission. Their task was to scour the waters for any signs of enemy activity, ensuring the safety of the coastline. Chapter 2. The sightings begin. As the K-class airship, designated L-8, floated gracefully above the waves, the crew remained vigilant. The sun shone brightly, casting a golden hue over the ocean, while the crew members engaged in light banter, their spirits buoyed by the promise of adventure. They were aware of the dangers that lurked beneath the surface, but the camaraderie among them helped to ease their fears. However, the tranquility was short-lived. A few hours into the patrol, the crew members spotted something unusual in the water. A large oil slick had spread across the surface, a telltale sign of a potential submarine attack. The crew sprang into action, adjusting their course to investigate further. As they descended to get a closer look, something strange happened. The L-8 began to experience unexpected turbulence, as if caught in a sudden wind. The crew exchanged worried glances, but they pressed on, determined to fulfill their mission. Suddenly, the airship's crew spotted something unimaginable. A Japanese submarine surfaced nearby, its sleek hull cutting through the water. The crew of the L-8 immediately prepared to engage, ready to report the sighting to their command. But before they could react, the submarine dove back beneath the waves, leaving no trace behind. Chapter 3. A Mysterious Disappearance. After the submarine sighting, the crew felt a surge of adrenaline. They were in the midst of a real military operation and their senses heightened. The crew radioed their findings to the base, but as they continued their patrol, a sense of unease settled over them. They couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. Hours passed, and the sun began to sink below the horizon, casting long shadows across the ocean. The crew of the L-8 continued their search, but as the darkness enveloped them, they realized they were becoming disoriented. The blimp's navigational instruments seemed to malfunction, leaving them unsure of their position. Then, without warning, contact with the crew was lost. The L-8 vanished into the night sky, leaving no trace of its presence. The U.S. Navy launched an extensive search operation the following day, deploying other airships and aircraft to scour the area, but no sign of the L-8 or its crew could be found. The blimp had seemingly vanished without a trace, leaving behind a haunting mystery. Chapter 4. The Ghost Blimp emerges. Days turned into weeks, and the search for the L-8 continued. The U.S. Navy was determined to uncover the fate of the missing airship and its crew. Reports circulated about the mysterious disappearance, and rumors began to spread among the coastal towns. Some claimed that the airship had been taken by enemy forces, while others whispered of supernatural occurrences. Then, on August 18, 1942, two fishermen stumbled upon something unusual while out at sea. They spotted a blimp floating just above the water, its shape eerily familiar. As they drew closer, they realized it was the L-8, but something was terribly wrong. The blimp appeared to be deserted, drifting aimlessly in the wind. The fishermen radioed for assistance, and the U.S. Navy dispatched a vessel to investigate. As they approached the ghostly airship, they couldn't shake the feeling of foreboding that hung in the air. The L-8 was indeed intact, but its crew was nowhere to be found. Chapter 5. The investigation begins. When the Navy personnel boarded the L-8, they were greeted by an unsettling sight. The blimp was in good condition, its engines still functional, but the crew's quarters were eerily empty. Personal belongings, helmets, jackets, and equipment lay scattered about as if the crew had vanished into thin air. As the investigation unfolded, the Navy found no signs of struggle or foul play. The radio equipment was intact, but the last transmission sent from the L-8 had been a simple, routine check-in, with no indication of distress. The mystery deepened, and questions loomed over the fate of the crew. The Navy launched a thorough investigation, interviewing witnesses and examining the blimp. They found no explanation for the crew's disappearance, and speculation ran rampant. Was it a sudden attack from an enemy submarine? Had the crew encountered some supernatural force? As the investigation progressed, a chilling piece of evidence emerged. The crew's life jackets were still on board, suggesting they hadn't abandoned the ship in a panic. The absence of any bodies or distress signals only fueled the rumors surrounding the Ghost Blimp. Chapter 6. Theories and Speculations. The disappearance of the L-8 became a sensation, attracting attention from the media and the public alike. Theories ran wild, and headlines blared with sensational claims. Some believed the crew had been taken prisoner by the Japanese, while others suspected a tragic accident had occurred, leaving them stranded in the vast ocean. As the weeks turned into months, the Ghost Blimp became a symbol of the unknown, a haunting reminder of the dangers lurking in the shadows. Stories began to circulate of strange lights seen in the sky on the night of the L-8's disappearance, leading some to believe they had encountered extraterrestrial beings. Local fishermen reported strange occurrences in the waters surrounding where the L-8 had been found. They spoke of eerie sounds echoing through the night and glimpses of ghostly figures in the distance. The legend of the Ghost Blimp grew, captivating the imagination of those who heard the tale. Chapter 7. The Last Transmission. Despite the passage of time, the Navy remained committed to uncovering the truth. In a final attempt to understand what had happened to the crew, they conducted a thorough examination of the L-8's communication logs. To their astonishment, they discovered a final transmission that had gone unnoticed, a cryptic message sent just before the blimp vanished. The message read, "We see something out here. It's not right. We're not alone." The chilling words sent a shiver down the spines of those who read them. What had the crew encountered in those final moments? What had they seen that drove them to send such a desperate message? The Navy intensified their search efforts, scouring the surrounding waters and conducting interviews with anyone who might have information. But the answers remained elusive, and the mystery surrounding the Ghost Blimp only deepened. Chapter 8. The Unraveling Mystery. As the months turned into years, the story of the L-8 became a haunting legend. The Ghost Blimp was a topic of conversation among locals, and its tale spread far and wide. The mystery captivated the imagination of both believers and skeptics alike, drawing attention from amateur investigators and paranormal enthusiasts. In the years following the incident, Several expeditions were launched to uncover the truth. Some sought to find the wreckage of the L-8, believing it held the key to understanding the crew's fate. Others delved into the supernatural aspects of the story, searching for paranormal evidence that could explain the inexplicable. Despite the efforts, no conclusive answers emerged. The fate of the L-8 and its crew remained a mystery, and as time passed, the story faded into the annals of history. The Ghost Blimp became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers that lurked in the skies during a time of war. Chapter 9. A Legacy of the Unknown. Decades later, the legacy of the Ghost Blimp continued to endure. The L-8 became a symbol of the unknown, a reminder that not all mysteries are meant to be solved. The story served as a testament to the bravery of the crew who had vanished without a trace, their sacrifice etched into the fabric of history. For those who lived near the coast, the Ghost Blimp remained a source of fascination. Fishermen continued to share tales of strange occurrences at sea, and local folklore flourished, keeping the memory of the L-8 alive. Visitors to the area often sought to learn more about the haunting tale, drawn by the allure of the unknown. As time went on, the Ghost Blimp became a part of American culture, referenced in books, documentaries, and even films. The story of the L-8 served as a reminder of the sacrifices made during the war, as well as the mysteries that lie beyond our understanding. Epilogue. The mystery goes on. Even today, the Ghost Blimp remains a topic of intrigue. The L-8 and its crew have not been forgotten, and the questions surrounding their disappearance continue to resonate. Some believe that the ghost of the blimp still roams the skies, a spectral reminder of a time filled with uncertainty and danger. In the quiet moments, when the wind whistles through the trees and the stars twinkle overhead, some claim to see the faint outline of the L-8 gliding through the night sky. The legacy of the Ghost Blimp lives on, a haunting reminder that some mysteries may never be solved, and that the past continues to shape our understanding of the world around us. As the sun sets over the Pacific, casting a warm glow on the waters below, the story of the Ghost Blimp serves as a testament to the courage of those who served during a turbulent time, a reminder that even in the face of the unknown, the human spirit remains resilient, forever seeking the truth.